Hello, viewers. Good morning. I believe that it's been a stunning morning so far for all of you guys, and you're going to do some great thing today after the talk, because today we have a guest who has a significant amount of experience in different type of industry and as an HR professionals. She also been a senior manager in human resources in RMIT University as well too. And after bringing so many experiences in industry, finally she decided to start helping other HR professionals to be successful in HR role. So now she's a lecturer of human resource management at Marcus Oldham College. And I'm pleased to introduce you today, Ket Gorman. Hi, Ket. Ket, how are you today?
Good, very well, thank you, and hello, everyone.
All right, so today we have this HR expert with us going to show us about this 1 hour talk. Will be a series of questions where we will be seeing that what really make Ket really so successful in her career and what really she's been doing in her life. So she was adding value to the companies and so on. So Ket has been successful in this profession because she could master the skill sets. So that's really made her a successful HR professional. So company would like to have her in the team. So that's going to be a question for Ket right now. What things really did you do to learn this skill?
Yeah, and yeah, great question. I talked a little bit before about my kind of very keen passion about lifelong learning and trying to, wherever I can, learn from others. So, you know, I think the things that I've particularly utilised in my career is obviously formal education. I think that is critical, but I actually only undertook formal education a little bit further, you know, sort of mid-career. I started looking at doing my master's in HR management. And what that did, I guess, was really sort of give me, it kind of made sense. It put everything that I'd experienced in the workplace and gave it some conceptual, gave me some conceptual understanding around that. I learned from others. I think, a tip that I would give to anyone is to find someone you admire in the workplace. You like the way they operate and who is knowledgeable, who has experience, and then really try and follow them or copy them, or even if you get a chance to spend a day with them and observe the way they organise themselves, the way they make decisions, the way they interact with others is a really useful thing to do. Because, if it's someone that you think that you admire, then you're inspired by them and you can learn. Being inspired by people is a great way to learn. Saying yes, never, it's something that Richard Branson says actually is if you're offered an opportunity, say yes. Learn how to do it later. Don't worry about, if someone's offering you to get involved in something, say yes, because you will learn so much in doing that. And it will expand your skills and your knowledge base and probably send you off in a direction that you perhaps may have thought you might not have gone in. So I think critically, there are the formal skills, but then there are the way you learn from people. And you learn by doing, right? So by getting involved in as much as you can, seeking opportunities, asking for opportunities to be involved in things will certainly, and that's really what I've done is sort of asked to be involved in things, even if I didn't exactly understand them, and from that I've learnt. So I think they're probably the key areas that I've focused on in my career.
Right, there's a lot. I figured out there are 6 very valuable bullets into it, guys. So let's summarize this. Number 1, she mentioned about lifelong learning. She always had a habit of always being open for learning new skills and new knowledge and so on. And that's not about only just learning, but she also practice it. So do it. Doing it is also a matter. It's not about just putting something in a storeroom, but also the things are only get useful when you start using that one rather than just only putting it in the storeroom. So do it. Number 3, invest in yourself. So this is something really critical. She also mentioned she has a master's degree. She has been doing so many other things to invest in yourself. So you need to learn to invest in yourself. Whatever money you're making end of the day, a portion of that one you should be investing in yourself. You really need to do a math that if you're putting this one more and this one more, and rather than putting less here, you have troubles. So that's something Ket also mentioned this one too. Number four, learning from others. So that is one of the crucial way too. So like she was been following different experts in the career, and she was copying them, learning them inside the organization and outside the organization to learn from them. And yes, she mentioned a very interesting one. Yes, learn to speak more yes. Because when you learn to speak more yes, that is a good reflection of your internal optimism power. You are positive about it. So learn to speak yes. And the last one she mentioned about have a curious mindset. Ask. If you don't understand, ask. If you don't understand, think and ask. So that was the key takeaways from this one. Thank you, Kat. I think that was very, very cool points for the viewers to learn from you and execute in their life. So now I wanna move to the next question about. So you've been as a executive manager of people and business operations. So how do you think that HR can contribute more values for the organizations they are doing right now, particularly when we are at the verge of Industry Revolution 4.0 and a lot of technology is taking over many manual works? So how do you see in this space, let's say from 2020 to 2025, these 5 years?
Yeah, we're in a huge period of change, and I think it's even interesting looking at where we are with this COVID-19 and the global impacts of not only society but the world of work. I think it's a really interesting time to be, in my field in HR, because the impacts of people, and then as we move through to the automation and the loss of jobs in the market as well. HR, I think, can play a really critical role. HR management can play a critical role in the next 5 years, but it's got some pretty significant hurdles to jump in order to be really effective. I think HR has to be seen to be valuable in any organisation. So that means that the company needs to recognise the importance of its people, first and foremost. And understand that the role HR and HR professionals can play in that is by building structures that will support the organisational strategy. So, basically strategic HR management is about getting people to help deliver the organisational strategy. So whatever form that takes, and that might look like systems and processes that mean that the workforce don't have to waste time in applying for leave or anything that takes them away from their core functions, but it also will build engagement of your skilled staff. So if you're bringing people on board and there's a war for talent, which we know the skills that are required are continually changing, you need to be an organisation that people want to work for and bring those really rare skills to your organisation. So a company has to think about what they need to do in order to attract those people to their company and keep them. So HR has a role to play in pay structures, reward and recognition structures, the full really gamut of everything that HR does. Getting the right people, the right time, in the right place with the right skills is completely critical. And with all of that in place, then that builds the organisational culture. But look, I think, going back to the point around being valued and valuable, there are a lot of HR practitioners that do a lot of non-valuable work and really are just sort of shuffling paper around and not really contributing. So that gives our profession sometimes a bad reputation. And I think, we as HR professionals have to jump over a few hurdles to prove that we can be valued, but also to ensure that we can impact the bottom line of any operation and make it financially successful.
Great. So when I was listening, it's a great feedback actually about how HR can be. There's a lot of professionals maybe will argue, they will say they're already overused, some of them. But I like your more mindset when you say that actually we can be better. So that's represent a growth mindset. So number one, she mentioned about is adopt changes. Be ready to adopt changes, not just have a fixed mindset, but have a growth mindset. Number two is about do things which is more valuable. And constantly think about what are the things that could be more valuable. So number two. Number three is about just being more efficient. This is also important to mention. And this is the fourth one. What I understand from her related to the first point is about use technology and partner with technology department and utilize more technology for your work. And number one is a focus more about the culture. She mentioned about this one. HR can contribute more about having really great cultures as well too. Thank you, Kate, for mentioning about all this. Great point, guys. So if you are in the HR field, so these are the key 5 things. You can see yourself where you are in this 5, and then you can see that what you can do more in each of the full field, and that could be a great direction for you. What just Kate told you, focus on them, and then you can build a better team and actually make yourself more valuable in the business. So the company will invest more in you and empower you to that's the point in this whole spectrum, because business always want that one too.
And you probably wanted to see the whole podcast episodes where we share a lot of strategies. So don't forget to click this video right now so you can see the whole episodes where we share a lot of strategy. Click the video right now and I will see you there. Are you a leader or an HR professional? So for you, this is a great channel. So don't forget to subscribe.